PhD. One day you will write books. One day commercials. One day the impossible, you will laugh at the impossible. You will look at the impossible and go, what was I thinking?
Hello, my spoiler alert friends. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm back. So, like I mentioned a while ago, I wanted to do this weekly Bible study with the people, and as I was going through, I'm gonna be honest with you, I realized that I'm not very good at like a structured Bible study kind of thing where I'm like setting up different types of things, like outlines of what I'm going over and all these things. I'm just a guy reading the Bible, thinking about God, and I'm talking about him. So that's what this is gonna be. The two books of the Bible that I was going over were 2 Samuel and 1 Kings. Finished 2 Samuel into 1 Kings, but I wanted to go back and touch on 2 Samuel because I think it's important to go over the big takeaway, right? So my big takeaway from 2 Samuel was that God still loves us regardless of all of the mistakes. And, you know, we see that play out later on when Jesus is talking to different people, and, you know, like the Samaritan woman with the adultery, and who are you, cast the first stone if you've not sinned, all that type of stuff, right? And that message played here to me as well when you look at how King David's life ended in the war and the turmoil and all the things that, how everything progressed. You see that, King David was not perfect. You know, we talk about him with such reverence, and we think about like, oh, he was such a faithful and great servant, and God blessed him so much and loved David. And it gives you the perception that, oh, you know, he must have been dang near perfect to be getting this much love from God. But as you read through, you see, no, I mean, he made a ton of mistakes, and he was constantly making mistakes. And I mean, literally up into his death, like having Solomon take care of some of the problems that he didn't take care of himself. So then King Solomon has to start his reign with murder and death, you know what I mean, versus going in completely peaceful. So there was a ton of information that was presented throughout 2 Samuel that would highlight, hey, King David isn't perfect. And so then you got to ask yourself, okay, if King David isn't perfect, and we know that God is a just God, and he was just to David and gave him all these things and kept him in abundance, what was it about King David that we should recognize that God was honoring? And I think it's his faithfulness and his ability to come back to him time and time again after every mistake, after every failure, and get down, confess, and accept that, hey, I'm imperfect. You're the only one who can make me perfect. Please save me. Please help me. Like that crying out to God, you know? So I just thought, if nothing else, there's so many little tidbits and questions that popped up in my mind as I went through, but I think that is the biggest thing that I took away and that I wanted to share with the people, is that God is always here. He's always got his hand out, and he's always like, hey, if you come to me, I will accept you. Once I accept you, favor will come. Yeah, it doesn't mean that everything's going to be easy and you won't have any trials and tribulations, because he definitely continued to give David trials and tribulations. But ultimately, the end result is righteousness and blessing from God, favor. And if you want favor, I mean, of all the people, of all the entities in this entire galaxy that we can get favor from, you better believe if I can get favor from something, I want it from God. So hopefully this is something that encourages you. I know we all have our struggles and we all go through our things, and even I think we all even have moments of doubt like that those thoughts of, you know, what I've done might not be something that God's gonna be cool with. But if you go back through and read 2 Samuel, you'll see there's not too much that God's not going to be like, okay, I forgive you. Come to me and we'll fix this. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. Put in the comments what your thoughts are. I will try and be a little bit more consistent going through First Kings, but either way, I will definitely give you guys an overall synopsis of what I took from the book. So thanks again for watching. I will see you guys next time.
One thing I know is that I'm going up.